the brief that we received at UWC was that we were to conduct a study that would interrogate and examine the ways in which South Africans make food choices so as to gain a deep and rich understanding of what health means for South Africans, and to look at how yogurt can be positioned to contribute towards a healthy eating lifestyle. I think it's one of the things I want to emphasize in this talk, that if there's anything you take away with you as a dietitian or as a medical practitioner who interacts with people and in processes that seek to guide them on how to eat, is that South African populations are very much exposed to a lot of information on the table. And so together we find that these macro and micro level changes and shifts have simultaneously expanded and shrunk the food choices of South Africans. Expanded them in that, as I said, you now live in a world where there is so much. And so choice is a lot more tension and a lot more difficult because you have a lot of things to choose from. You have a lot of influences to grapple with. But also shrunk these food choices. I'm also proposing that these shifts, these social processes have shrunk these food choices because whereas people grew up not really having, and I'm hearing this from the people that I'm interviewing for this study, not really ever having had any conversation about what food to eat to be healthy, what food to eat to lose weight. They now, in this information age, where there's Facebook, especially Facebook. Facebook is very critical in it's a critical factor in the way in which South Africans choose food. And the total effect is that this socio-cultural landscape means that eating is a complex and tensioned area. One of the major things that we're finding is that eating for South Africans of different social strata is more than just about sustenance. From this study, we are finding that, in fact, food is a way of meeting all of our needs. So there's this past and present dichotomy that is constantly present as people make decisions about what to eat. On the one hand, they find that food, there are certain current foods, foods that didn't exist when they were growing up, but that exist now and have the power to distance them from images of poverty. South Africans are health aware of different race groups, of different socioeconomic status categories. They are health aware. I don't want to use the word health conscious because that is known, or at least that implies that they observe in every sense of the word, or at least they take health considerations into account. They are health aware, they are aware. It comes out voluntarily. It's not something that I have to preempt. It comes out voluntarily from people that they do have health at the back of their mind when thinking about food. A favorite quote that I've put that a participant, that's something that was said by a participant recently, who said, "Every day I wake up intending to eat healthy." So what is the net effect of all of this, the information I've just shared? It creates tensions in choice making. It makes it so difficult. And that's how you get people to say one thing and practice another in terms of health. We should be going for strategies that aim at helping people to adapt and improve their eating patterns towards a healthy lifestyle, rather than seeking to eliminate and change. It is just not sustainable. It is not connected with reality. And as we're doing that, we need to be aware, as I'm sure you are from your training, that behavior adaptation, particularly concerning food, is a psychosocial battle. And as I said, social media is your best friend. Social media is where it's the most accessible way and the most practical way of connecting people with others on the same journey of trying to eat healthy. So I'm proposing that, I've said this before, but I will say it again because it's made such an impression on me, that have a presence for your patients, have a presence on social media and connect them with others on the same journey, and see if you can facilitate a process where people support each other to strengthen these enabling factors whilst weakening the disabling ones.